Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So today in this video we will discuss about the program in a JavaScript. Actually, in our previous video we discussed about a formula of PMI and we proved that formula. So now we will use that formula in our JavaScript program and write a print decreasing function using that particular formula with the help of recursion, right? So here we have a problem statement. Now we will try to solve this problem statement using PMI formula and recursion. Okay, so let's start. You are given a positive number n. You are required to print a number from n to 1. You are required to not use any loop, complete the body of print decreasing function to achieve it. Okay, so what is the problem statement? Problem statement is you have a given number n, and what will be the value of n? That is a 5. Okay, and what we need to do, we need to print from 5 to 1. This is our desired output. And one more thing we have to mind, that we don't need to use any kind of loop. So without using any loop, we have to write the function for this program. So we will write here the structure of the function. So this will be like function of print decreasing PD of n, and body of this function will start and it will end here. And now we will call the function PD of 5. Here the value of n will be 5, so I pass the value of n inside a PD function. Here this will be the body of function, which will be like we will write the code here in the body later. First of all, we will discuss some sort of methods by which we will solve the problems. So before solving this problem, we will try to focus on some sort of approaches. So here we will divide the method of a problem solving. So here this will be two type of approaches we will implement. So first one will be high level approach and next one will be low level approach. So inside a high level approach, there is a 3 point. First one is a expectation. Expectation means what we need to do, actually what is our requirement. So we should have to know our pre-requirement, what will be the needed for that particular program. So we need to print a PD of 5 and desired output should be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This will be our expectation. So our expectation is PD of 5, which will print a 5 to 1. Okay, and the second step is assumption. We will see inside assumption, like when we solve the PMI problem, over there we assume n for n equals to k. So we assume that n equals to k will satisfy the formula automatically without any solution. We just assume that this n equals to k will satisfy the whole formula. Okay, so to using of these assumptions, we assume here that the PD of n minus 1, which will be PD of 4, will automatically print 4, 3, 2, 1. We don't need to think about PD of 4. So we assume that PD of 4 will print automatically 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now third step will be relate expectation to assumption, right? So how will we relate both expectation and assumption? So here when we call a PD of 4, right, so it will print 4, 3, 2, 1. We know that. So and what the rest step which we left, so we need to print only n, which is 5. If we print n and call a PD4, which is n minus 1, then it will print automatically all the steps, required steps. Okay, so this is our solution. This is not our complete solution, but raw solution. So we will implement these we will create a program using this logic. Okay, so our program will be like function of PD of n. Okay, and here we will write print n, which will be like here the body will be closed and call PD of 5, right? And here we will call console. Inside the JavaScript program, we have to, if we want to print anything inside on console, we have to write console.log. In other languages, we have we can use a print statement, but inside JS, we need to print console.log. Console.log and what? N. We will print N, and then we will call PD of N minus 1, as we discussed here inside a third of high level thinking, third of point. And these are the low level approach. Inside low level approach, this is the code implementation. So first step is code implementation. Okay, so here we wrote a required lines, but this whole program is not a complete program. Okay, so now we will dry run. So our second step of low level approach. So dry run, or you can say that this will be using stack like backtracking. So what should we do? We will make a stack here. Okay, so here we will, when we pass a 5 here, and it will go inside PD of N. So what will be the value of N? So here will be what we did, we call just PD of 5, and the value of N will be 5. So now the control will come here in console.log.n. So what will be the value of N? N will be 5, right? So when console N will be 5, then it will print 5, and then in this line PD of N minus 1, in this line N minus 1 will be 4, so it will call again for a 4. So what is now the value of N? This is 4. So now we will call here PD of 4. Okay, sorry. And now what will the value of N? This will be 4 here inside the console log. So here will be 4. So now it will print a 4, and then again it will call N minus 1, that is a PD of 3, and it will pass the value for N as a 3. So now the value of N will be 3, and it will console 3, and then again call PD of N minus 1, but that will be PD of 2. So it will assign N as a 2 and print N equals to 2. So now it will be 2. Then again it will call a PD of 1, N minus 1, which will be 1. So it will assign a value for N will be 1, and then call N will be 1. Okay, so now here it will be print. So what will we see here? We see here that it will again call. Okay, so here PD of 0. So for PD of 0, it will pass value for N will be 0, and the value will be N will be 0. Now it will print a 0, but we do not require to print 0, because we only need to print N to 1. Okay, so this will be our breakpoint. We can say that we should know about our breakpoint, or we can say that base case. Okay, so now we don't need to go beyond the 0. So here we have to implement the logic condition, which will be if N will be less than or equals to 0, then it simply return. Okay, here we are using only a single statement, so we don't need to use a curly braces and all. So we just we can write the single statement. So now if it will be 0, then it will return. The control will not go beyond the 0. So now till now the stack execution went to bottom to top. Okay, and now when we meet our breakpoint, it will go now from top to bottom. This is the process, standard process of stack. Okay, so when it went to, like when it goes from top to bottom, then the stack will be free, like it will execute line by line, and stack memory of stack will be need to free. So now after PD of n, there is a like there is no more line, so it will wipe out for a 0. Okay, and then it will reach for 1, and we already print 1, so it will also wipe out. It will go for 2, we also print and execute 2, then then it will wipe out, and then it will go for a 3, and that is also here, we printed that, and we executed that particular function, so we will wipe out. Stack will wipe out the used value, and it will repeat for a 4 2, so 4 will also wipe out, and then it will repeat for a 5, so it will also wipe out. Now our stack is empty, so our stack will be empty. Okay, and our desired output is here. We got our desired output, so our program is this one, this code, block of code. So we will implement this block of code inside our VS Code, and we will see how execute the program. So here function print decreasing, and yeah, here a function pdn, so pdn, and here is the body of the function, and here we call a PD of 5. Okay, so now we will write here, if n is less than or equals to 0, okay, then return and doing nothing. Okay, otherwise console.log what, console.log n. Okay, console.log n, and then we will call n-1 PD of, so we will call function print decreasing PD of n-1. Okay, so now we will execute that particular function, and we will try to find out our desired output. So now we will execute this function, and here is our desired output, 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, so now we achieve that particular output using a recursion. Here we can see that there is a no more loop. We didn't use any loop like for loop, for each, or while loop. We didn't use. We use only a recursion. So this is called recursion function. Okay, so in this video we print decreasing, and in our next video we will print increasing. So if we will pass n as a 5 as an n, so the value will be print from 1 to n. So the required output will be a reverse of this, like 1 to 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so we will meet in our next video. So till then, take care and bye bye. I will provide the link for source code of this solution in description, so you can go through our link, which will be in description, and get the code, right?